What do you do if the girl you're talking to is still in contact with her ex? Do you keep pursuing her? Do you cut her off? Is this a big red flag? Is this something you can look over? That's what we're going to cover in this video. So this is the second video of a new series where I'm going to be reacting to questions that I get sent in, whether it be through Instagram or through TikTok, just that some of the boys are asking me and wanting my personal advice on. So if you have any questions, join my free Discord server down in the description, or you can DM me on Instagram if you'd like some advice, and I'd love to help you out. So with that being said, the other day, one of the boys hit me up asking for my advice on whether or not I thought a girl was into him. And at first, everything seemed all good. He said that they'd been texting each other, they had been seeing each other, they had been hanging out. So I was like, okay, everything seems to be going very well, but what's the issue? And then he told me that she still talks about her ex a ton and she doesn't seem to be over him. And that's when I was like, okay, now I see why you're a bit confused. So first of all, my biggest piece of advice, what would I do in this situation if I was talking to a girl who was still bringing up her ex all the time? I would 100% cut her off. For me, this is, now I have a girlfriend now, so I'm not like in the dating scene, but this was a red flag that 0% chance I would look over. And now you're saying, well, why? Because she could still talk about her ex but still be into you. The reason why it's a huge problem is because if she still feels the need to talk about her ex, what does that say? That says that she's clearly not over him. She's clearly still thinking about him a lot. She's clearly still into him. And how that relates to being a problem with your relationship with her is that if she has not fully moved on from somebody else, how is she going to be able to build a great relationship with you? If she has yet to move on from them, it's going to limit how good of a relationship you can have with her. So that's why you don't want to get involved with someone who's still talking to an ex, because it's going to limit how good your relationship is going to be. The second reason this is a major issue, in my opinion, is it shows that she doesn't really respect herself and have healthy boundaries. If someone is an ex, they are an ex for a reason. If you go through a breakup, you shouldn't be wanting to get back with them. You shouldn't be still talking to them, especially if you're talking to a new person. If you're talking to a new person, you shouldn't still be talking to an ex and also bringing that ex up to the new person. It shows clearly she doesn't have boundaries and she doesn't really respect you a whole lot, because if a girl truly loved you and respected you, you wouldn't be like her therapist. You wouldn't be the person who she talks about all of her, past relationships with. That's something she does with guys who she only sees with friends. And maybe she sees you as more than a friend, but still, I think it's disrespectful. And the last and final reason why I believe this is a major issue is because it's going to cause you to overthink. If you end up making this girl your girlfriend, you're always going to have it in the back of your head about, oh, is she being faithful, or is she still talking to this guy? Is she still wanting to be with him? And this is just a rule of thumb, not only for dating, but for life, that I believe you should always follow as a young man. You should never get involved in anything, whether it be people, habits, anything that disturbs your peace of mind. If you find that you're in a situation and it's messing with your ability to feel peace, to feel good, you need to immediately leave that situation. Because do you really want to be in a relationship where you're always thinking in the back of your head, oh, she's still talking to her ex. Oh, does she truly love me, or does she truly love this guy? So that's why, in my opinion, you should protect your peace at all costs. You shouldn't let any one girl, any one relationship, any one thing mess with your true inner peace. So if you feel that this is something that you can't look over, which I don't think it is something you should look over, you need to cut her off. And also, you have to set high standards for the people that you date. If you want to have a high quality relationship, first it starts with you being high quality yourself. You have to be the person who's worthy of attracting that partner. Then the second thing you have to do is you have to set high standards. If you don't set standards for the people that you date, and you date, right, just any girl who gives you some attention, any girl who's like hot and you want to be with, that's truly setting yourself up for failure. Because you have to learn to look past just looks and attraction, and also look at their personality. Is this the type of person that you'd want to be with long term? Because if you always look past the personality and you just are super desperate and you get with a girl just because she's attractive and she's giving you some attention, you're going to be setting yourself up for some major problems down the road, because eventually it's going to burn you. Because the truth is, and this is something I heard from one of my favorite mentors, Corey Wayne, all the time, character is destiny. If someone is a certain way, you shouldn't try and change them. They are the way they are. You either have to accept them or you have to be willing to move on. And a lot of guys try to be the knight in shining armor and think they're going to be the one to save the girl. But at the end of the day, you should never try to save anyone. You should just be your best self and wait for the right person. And if you have any questions about dating, fitness, anything you're struggling with, either join my Discord server, which will be linked down below, or DM me on Instagram and you could be featured in a video and get roasted by me. I'm just kidding. I won't roast you. It's all out of love. I'll see you for the next video, bro.